mic's hot.
Ooh, welcome back everyone to DJ Madness Part 2, presented by the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer Dog?
Once again, Sean, we are here. We just had the dream scenario occur, overtime in the first
game.
Again, we are showing you the rosters. Here the rosters are. I'm going to advance.
Joined in studio, of course, by Colby Dan, aka the Dantabase.
What's up? What a first game.
Showtime JNO, putting them on a poster.
All right, just cleaning up a little audio stuff, but man, I'm looking forward to this. I'm all over UNC plus 10.5. I love any team any computer team getting 10.5 points. Colby, which way are you leaning?
I'm on the Tarheels getting 10.5 points. They got Cole Anthony, son of Greg Anthony. Look, I grew up a Running Rebels fan when they had the ultimate team with Anderson Hunt, Greg Anthony, Stacey Augmon, Larry Johnson, and Moses Scurry. That team will go down in history as one of the best teams in college basketball. So I got to go with them. You know, too many
Gonzaga
points.
coming out strong at home in Spokane. Kramer,
It's a long trip.
I know you're back in the Zags minus 10.5.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'm absolutely going to be on the Zag. Chalk went wrong early. Chalk will not go wrong late.
And is where the under will hit. We got Bradley Rottenberg, Rotenberg maybe in the YouTube chat throwing out 55-42 Zags. 10.5 is a lot of points, but he's all over the over there. And of course, all these live betting options you can get over at mybookie.ag. Use a promo code SGP for a sweet deposit bonus up to $1,000. My heart's still racing from that early game. Maybe you were doubting the fact that your juices would be flowing. You'd be getting jacked up, but it happened. I think the energy in the studio was there. We're seeing reaction videos, people sending in their photos of their setup, their man cave. They're getting liquored up. They're experiencing the closest thing they can to March Madness, and that is D-Gen Madness. I think UNC has a great shot here because, again, we talked about in the Picks podcast. I don't think the computer can factor in enough the chemistry issues. The Roy Williams was ready to pull his hair out because his team isn't gelling. I think if you look at that UNC team, that is a team, if you give them 10.5 points, that is a team that is going to cover some spreads.
Oh, they had a lot of close losses all year. You know what I mean? Like they were, yeah, sure, their record wasn't great, but they had against top-notch competition. They had close losses by in double overtime. I think it was to Duke, or was that single overtime? I don't remember, but yeah, this team's capable of playing a close game. I like I don't like it on the money line, but I like it with the points.
Unclear if they're offering money lines over at mybookie.ag.
God, I hope not.
They are offering a total at 85.5. I'm leaning under odds and even. Again, can't go wrong with even point total. Although Michigan did win 49-40. So congrats to those of you who backed Michigan, who had the over and had Michigan advancing in hashtag DGen Madness.
Now this game's being played in a city that we have been ridiculed as not pronouncing the name correctly.
Yes.
Is it Spokane or Spokane or what?
Colby, I'll let you figure that out.
It spoke. Who gives a crap? Let's get this game going.
We got, guys, about 2 months ago, we got hammered in Spokane, right across from the University of Gonzaga.
According to the internet, it's pronounced Spokane.
Okay.
And just to clear it up before we get started, spread UNC plus 10.5, 85.5 is the total. Are we ready?
We're ready. MyBookie.ag.
Start your
promo
engine.
code SGP. $3,000 up for grabs in the bracket, courtesy of Barking Dog Partners. Hashtag DGen Madness. Let's do it, Kramer.
Then it's Brooks and it's Robinson in at the 2-guard spot. Woolridge is out there with the machine.
The machine.
And it's Thunder in at the 3.
Home court advantage C+.
I don't buy it.
For Butler, or sorry, for Gonzaga. Butler had a D+ home court advantage.
Didn't buy that either.
Kramer, I'm not hearing any game audio.
No, I'm sorry.
That's all good.
Here we go. Gonzaga gets the tip. Working it to the big man down low. right off the top.
Takes it inside. Philip Petrovs, who a lot of guys had predicting going for 20 and 10, already with the easy bucket. Gonzaga up 2-0.
North Carolina's got to find a way to run it up. Whoa, wide open look. Good offensive tip. Love that tip there.
Great ups, great length. And again, that's why I like UNC to cover this game. I think they just have the physical attributes that a computer simulation will value.
Here's the machine.
I couldn't agree more, Sean.
Gonzaga, great ball movement by Gonzaga. Decent look there, a bit contested. UNC has the ball back, tied at 2. Early action here in D-Gen Madness, game 2.
Get the ball over
tip.
to Cole Anthony. Let him run the offense. Brandon Robinson with the ball right here. Giving it up for a good look.
Ooh, great look by
offensive
UNC.
board.
And another
nice.
offensive board. Easy putback off the glass.
That's one thing you got to worry about, the athleticism of North Carolina. Now, sure, they struggled all year, but these guys were highly recruited. I know, yeah, Gonzaga's got the players, but athletically, you think North Carolina might have the edge.
Gonzaga ties it up 4 even.
The good news, Sean, although we're having some technical difficulties in the studio, the audience can hear all of the audio coming through.
No, well, that's great. And that's all that matters, Ryan. UNC, they're just physically better, I think. It's crazy to say that about a 10.5-point dog.
Look at that. Give it up. Nice look.
And you're seeing this easy access points by UNC. Garrison
access.
Brooks. He is a guy.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Great look off the glass there to take the lead 6-4 UNC. The Tar Heels looking good against Gonzaga. And
contested jumper.
Both teams shooting 60% early, tied at 6 here.
Can someone say over?
Good. Not looking good for underbackers like myself. But we'll see. Oh, turnover here. Gonzaga on a fast break. A little sloppy, a little contested.
Oh, he
missed
the
the offensive rebound.
How do you pronounce his name? 33, Sean.
All right. I will go to my program guide here and pronounce it as Killian Tilly, everyone.
All right.
From Gonzaga, Killian Tilly, 6'10", forward out of Cagan-sur-Mer,
that's
France.
a foul. Took out him a little push, but they didn't call it. I'm okay with it. UNC is running a good offense right now. They're grabbing offensive boards.
This is a clean game. And the Gonzaga takes a timeout. I don't like that for Gonzaga. Now, I know I'm back in UNC plus 10.5, but I don't like that for Gonzaga. You're down 2 points. You're at home. You don't need to play scared, right? Yeah. It seems weird to call a timeout there.
I
would save it. You like the timeout.
I like it. All right. Things didn't go well to start. We're only down 2. Let's figure this out real quick. He's probably telling what you're saying. Listen, we're at home. We're the better team. This team is playing like they have nothing to lose. Just relax, play your game, and we will prevail. Sean, I don't know if you noticed this. A little scheduling quirk by me. Who the schedules are. We had one Bulldog go down already. We have another Bulldog going tonight.
Back-to-back Bulldogs, and perfect for a contest that's sponsored by Barking Dog Partners.
Next Thursday, we have dueling Wildcats.
Ooh.
Villanova early, Kentucky late. Sean, when do we promo the games tomorrow?
Well, stay tuned at Gambling Podcast on Twitter, and of course, subscribe to Sports Gambling Podcast on iTunes or wherever great podcasts are downloaded. We're going to be covering D-Gen Madness, the entire tournament, as we break things down. I see guys in YouTube. There's possibly some side Venmo action. Again,
no way.
We're encouraging everyone to book through mybookie.ag, the presenting sponsor of the podcast. Use that promo code SGP to play, win, and get paid, and get a sweet deposit bonus up to $1,000. Gonzaga has the ball. They're looking, spreading it around. Possible turnover, loose ball.
Oh, they're scattered. Okay. Okay, a deep three. Oh, rattles in and out. Good tip.
Good.
One thing that I've noticed so far in this game that I think the size of Gonzaga is going to create problems at some point.
But UNC also a pretty tall team and pretty physical. Great
wide open look.
Wide open three by UNC.
Beautiful.
Rattles in to bring the Tar Heels up 11-8. Already on pace,
Andrew,
well over
tick.
the 85.5. and UNC looking good at plus 10.5, but it's early, folks. A lot of game to be played here in D-Gen Madness.
I like the pass there.
Oh.
That's a great, like you see in the first game, Butler would have taken it at the rack, missed the ball. What do we see here with Gonzaga? Composure, dish it to the big man, draw the foul.
And we saw that a lot where Butler, you're right, took a lot of contested shots. Michigan, it seems in these simulations, the team that gets the cleaner looks, I know it's that simple, but you're just watching the animations, what they're doing. They get the cleaner looks, they're gonna come out victorious. Michigan ended up doing that in overtime, and shout out to Butler for making it interesting. Game tying 3-point with 0.8 seconds left. Really bailed out the over bettors there, tying it up at 40 and eventually covering that 84.5. Gonzaga at the line, down 3 points, 58.5 left in the first quarter. Second free throw is up, and it is no good. Oh, 0 for 2 there.
Oh, look at this. North Carolina very aggressive on the offensive front,
Trying to
but
push
just
the
reckless.
ball down the court. Turnover.
Classic North Carolina here.
I wish we could get a reaction shot of Roy Williams right now. Maybe he's at home watching this game. Over at youtube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. Again, ugly three by
Offensive
Gonzaga.
board. Oh, he gives him a little dream shake, and he
no.
misses. Okay.
And
You're starting to see these second chance opportunities.
Oh, but they're
Wow.
not. Transition defense could be a thing.
slams it
Mark Few's gotta
home.
worry
Mama,
about.
there goes that man. Transition points for UNC.
Cameron on Periscope asking, what game is this, please? Well, this is D-Gen Madness. Welcome.
Welcome indeed, and everyone tuning in. Of course, you missed the tip off. No worries.
Look
You
at
can
this.
head over to
What?
mybookie.ag. Right now, North Carolina still getting +7 over at mybookie.ag.
Deep three. Wow, that was a terrible possession.
Kramer,
no
I don't
one
know
touched the ball.
I don't know what's going on with Gonzaga, but they're settling for ugly shots when they don't have to. The over looked great early.
Wow.
Now it is well within play. The under. Right now we're on pace for 84 total points. The live line has just dropped to UNC +6.5. So mybookie.ag.
I'm buying Gonzaga right now at that price. I am
And-
buying the Zags at that price, Sean. Can we take a little bit of time to talk about the games tomorrow right now?
Sure,
Real quick.
sure.
We
Throw 'em
got
out there.
early 6 p.m. tip. We have Auburn hosting Ohio State, and the nightcap. We have the Washington probably shouldn't be in the tournament Huskies taking on the Baylor Bears. 7 p.m.
Washington
Second
beat Baylor back on November 5th, man, to open the season. So,
second quarter tipping off. UNC up 5, 13-8.
oh, nice pick and roll action. Oh, jeez.
Great drive to the hole, and they're up now by 7.
Yeah.
UNC offense, again, we're seeing that athleticism. Ryan, I know your simulations only had UNC winning this game 5% of the time. We may be watching one of those 5% right now before us, as Cinderella is in the making.
Even
Get
that,
the
look at
glass
that.
slipper
Great
out, because
defense forces them to make a hard shot. Moving the
Bulldogs,
ball.
Bulldogs 0 points in the last 2:15.
Mismatch. Give it up. Give it up. Mismatch. There it is. Slam dunk.
UNC is looking great right now.
Gonzaga looks extra tight. Although good, I will say that I've seen them start slow before.
And we've seen Mark Few. You know, I don't want to take a shot at Few, but how many times have we seen him in the tournament as a high seed go out early?
And now a turnover with the 3 seconds on offense. Listen, here's what I'll say. I think I've realized my mistake. Well, both Bulldogs happen to
Oh
be.
no, they caught it.
I'm sorry.
Illegal
offense.
defense.
Shout out
defensive 3
to
seconds.
Adam Robertson 13 on the Periscope, aka Twitter, about to put a rally dip in. Oh man, you're talking to me, man, because I just wish I was at a sportsbook with a giant lipper in right now, but that may impact my calling of the game. We'll see. Maybe I'll go dipper Friday,
The
Saturday,
game
or
is
Sunday.
NBA 2K20. And I here's what I'll say. I regret betting on the private school pussies. I don't know. When I was thinking,
Oh, nice pick and roll action though.
Now you saw them coming out of a possession with a nice offense. The Gonzaga offense we expected, or at least some did. Colby and I, of course, UNC backers, aka the database.
Gonzaga's got. Oh, look at this. This offense. Oh, he hesitated. You can't hesitate in basketball.
And that's where you see the length come into factor. And again, the
Oh,
offensive
behind the back pass block.
Wow.
Off the glass to the Tar Heels.
The offensive rebounding is really Gonzaga's strength right now, and the second chance points they just need to convert. They're getting the opportunities, they're not converting.
Has Anthony even really scored?
I don't think so, man. They just there he is right now with the ball.
I would have loved to see that.
Is he
three
listening
there.
to you?
Don't hesitate.
Dribbles into traffic, gets
Turns
the
it
ball.
over.
Here's Ramsey.
Gonzaga up 17-10.
Oh my goodness.
Good box out. Good box out by Anthony.
Sorry, UNC up 17-10.
Here's Cowboys.
There it is. Oh, got him with
great-
the body. Got him with
Great
the body.
drive to the hole.
And as you pointed out
Edmund
earlier,
Gilder.
the simulation data, only 5% of the games did North Carolina win.
Trip to the line.
The Gonzaga, the lowest score they had in any of those games was 33 points. They are pacing below that now.
Yeah, they're on pace
What?
for the 30 points right now.
But much like the first game, a slow start meant a awesome finish.
Christian Keeling at the line, senior from Augusta, Georgia, 6'3" foot guard. And if UNC can extend this lead here to 8 or 9, the 10.5 is looking better and better as this game goes along. Hits the first one. And I think it's pretty obvious. Gonzaga just needs to run their offense, not settle for these deep, crazy threes that they've been throwing up. And UNC, I don't think they need to do anything different. Everything's going according to plan. They're getting good looks early and often. And I love what I'm seeing out of this offense right now.
Yeah, you got to wonder when Gonzaga will call a timeout and try to adjust to their game plan. Oh, there's a nice play right
jumper
there.
by Gonzaga, but realistically, I would have liked to see him take it to the hole there. I don't know,
Sean,
settling for a mid-range.
As a guy with a Gonzaga ticket in my pocket, I gotta be honest. Feels like we should be down more. I'm feeling
There
good.
you go.
Only down 6, laying 10.5 in my pocket. What's the
point.
live line, Sean? Do we have a number?
We do have a
Anthony for 3.
wow, and that's what you don't want. Right now, the live line UNC plus 4.5. They're juicing it pretty heavy at minus 140 because they know, like I know, that UNC is going to cover and win this game. I know some guys were getting crazy, even talking to people this morning, going, you know what? I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to go out on a limb and have UNC advancing in my bracket
Public
for
dog.
DJ Madness.
Jordan effect, right? You got
We mentioned it on the Picks podcast. I said the fact that everyone's giving a shit for putting UNC in the tournament means they're going to win this game.
Anthony taking over the game right now, like his father.
Cole Anthony 5 points as UNC leads 23-12. A huge lead, an 11-point lead, the largest lead in DJ Madness history. Granted, it's early.
Defensive
Great
man.
defense. Fast break the other way. UNC is
Give it
playing
up for
perfect
3.
basketball.
Oh man, that the
Wide
basket
open three
came
from the
down.
corner.
Oh, there's a turnover, a foul, and the basket counts.
What is going
And
on?
one situation. People were expecting a possible blowout. Not a lot of people saw it. A blowout for UNC. My God.
I mean, that bar we got hammered at, Jack and Dan's, that place has got to be, or Jack and Dana's, it's got to be just crickets because this is unbelievable here.
What's the number at now?
The number right now over at mybookie.ag is UNC is still getting points at plus 1.5, minus 140. Total staying strong at 85.5. And if you're looking for the very latest feed, if you're going to be betting live, you would want to go to mybookie.ag. That they have the Twitch feed that we're streaming off of. And of course, you can find it on Twitter, YouTube, whatever,
Man.
whatever device.
This is tough to watch.
Dude, they're not giving them too many second chance opportunities, and you got to love that if you're Roy Williams here.
Now in March Madness, Gonzaga has been consistently coming up short.
Is that an air ball?
That
We
is
haven't seen that before.
first air ball of DJ Madness.
This Gonzaga team needs to play with some urgency right now.
What?
Now
I
see,
thought he
there-
had the lane
There's
right
some
there.
hesitation going on.
They're tight.
Bouncing
they're
off the
playing
back of his
tight.
head.
That's a big
for
shot.
3. Oh, they needed that, and he goes to get the fans into the game.
That's a huge shot. That they could
Edmund
close.
Gilder.
They could hit another 3 and be down only 7 at the half. That would be huge. I'm feeling pretty good.
Shout
For
out,
3, here we go. Oh, I thought I was going to
shout
answer
out to a
back.
friend of the program, Soapy P13. He's going for odd again.
Oh yeah, odd every game, baby. Every game.
And oh man,
Zag's going to hold for last shot
Zags
here.
just cannot get a basket.
For three, is Kramer onto something?
Oh, my
shoot
goodness.
it! You got it. What's this guy doing? He's
Didn't
dribbling
get the
out.
half-court shot off.
Awareness, basketball awareness. Come on.
UNC 25, Gonzaga only 15 points. Right now on pace for 80 to hit the under. What we saw last game, the second half was higher scoring, and the overtime as well. Throw that in there, and really they kick things off. Again, pretty hilarious that Charles Barkley, for whatever reason, not in the NBA 2K halftime.
Draymond Green has ties to the game, I'm pretty sure, right?
Charles
They ran out of pixels, bro.
He's throwing some guy through a plate glass window and explaining how he's not a role model. Couldn't make it to D-Gen Madness, which is ironic because Charles Barkley, probably one of the bigger D-Gens in the broadcasting world.
I don't know if you remember this, but maybe he had contract, obligations with his former basketball game. Charles Barkley shut up and jam back in the early 90s.
No, you did not. All right, what are we thinking now? If you're Gonzaga, you're in the locker room.
You got to figure out.
Coach Few is saying what, Colby?
Calm down. Get Philip Petrusev the ball. That's your best player.
Yeah.
Get hit.
All right, let's just look. I'm watching the percentages. North Carolina shooting 61%, Gonzaga 33%. You know I like to talk about regression, Sean.
It feels like their offense is going to regress to the mean, but the looks they're getting are so easy, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like they're just taking a bunch of deep
Offense
shots
is
and
running
hitting.
smooth here.
They're getting the shots they want to. So if you're Gonzaga, you need to slow things down dramatically, play your defense, stop the fast break points, and get good looks. Run your offense. Don't settle for these deep threes.
Gonzaga transition defense has been horrible.
I agree with that. They've not been playing their brand of ball.
And the whole reason why I like UNC, why I was backing them, is the athleticism, right? The simulation loves athleticism. Tipping things back off.
Oh, that's the way you want to get things started. A steal by
and some contact, no foul, but a great steal and layup for Gonzaga.
It's only an 8-point game.
Admin
cut it to
playing
8.
a good game.
Now we could see UNC go into a shell here if they get cold. The Tar Heels need to get some offense early, get back that rhythm that they had going.
Outside Anthony.
Well, and I think this is what you see from a team that has some seniors. You know,
Jacks up a three.
they got it. They got to settle down.
Horrible shot there.
They know they're the better team.
Here's Thunder.
And they seem to be stepping it up pace-wise on offense.
Oh, he got it back. He got it back.
I thought I saw a kick ball in there. Did you guys catch that? Oh,
goodness.
this is getting wild
It's
here.
getting sloppy.
It's still the live line still
quick
settling
shot.
around as a pick.
Look at that. It was like the old Paul Westphal philosophy. Just get the ball up on the rim.
Well,
And maybe this is the change we see in the second half. Gonzaga converting on one of their second half or their second chance points there. UNC settling for a deep jumper, but hitting it, getting their first points of the second half, extending their lead back to 27-29. The live line still sitting at a pick, -120 only.
They can't keep giving Brandon Robinson that. He will make that continuously.
I love that there are people in the Twitch chat watching this game and also talking about watching the Madden game, also going on another MyBookie Twitch feed.
MyBookie has all the simulated action you want, but the action feels real, and that's all that matters to me. It's still real to me, damn it. UNC, great ball movement.
Anthony for three.
That's a
Ooh.
good shot. I'm fine with that. You're up
I'm
8
too.
points. You have an open corner three. It's
this
one of your best
Woolridge right
players.
here?
Dude, they have. Oh man, I don't know what happened at halftime. They came out with the spark, but
It's only a 5-point game.
they have the philosophy of get a shot up before it gets to 19 on the shot clock. Very Paul
took that last
Westhead
shot?
philosophy.
Ryan Woolridge, senior
right.
out of Mansfield, Texas, with a great three-pointer to cut the lead to 5 for the deficit to 5
And
for Gonzaga.
if you're a future holder of a Gonzaga team, the reason you like them is Woolridge. Is it Gilder?
Yeah, Gilder.
Those two, the way that they're composed, I believe, are they both seniors? They're both redshirt seniors. They've been around the program a while. They handle the ball with composure, and that's what you want this time of year.
I'd like to see more out of Kispert. I haven't heard, Corey Kispert's number get called much. But like I said, only a 5-point game.
I like this timeout by UNC. They gave up a three-pointer. The game started to get away from them a little bit. slow things down.
Stop the bleeding.
Why is the King's blimp
Yeah.
inside this in Spokane?
It's for the blackjack challenge we got going on over at
Oh
MyBookie.
yes, Kings is what you want. $10,000 free blackjack challenge over at MyBookie.ag.
I love the records.
DGen Madness. Shout out to my brother Chuck watching the game in New Jersey. He's
Nice.
also backing UNC plus 10.5.
You guys are trying to be you're being square sharps, taking the points. As Colby's brother NC Nick said on sportsgamblingpodcast.com, where you can get previews
From deep. No.
That was a good three. That was a good look.
You can get previews of all the matchups. Public dogs have please. Gotta get contact. Everyone! It's a 3-point game.
You know what it is? It might be that side of the basket because now all of a sudden I see North Carolina's transition defense
Regression,
suffering.
bro. Regression.
It certainly is. They've certainly cooled down. And Killian Tilly from France, Kagma sur Mer or something like that. 6'10" man with the chance.
Great wine and cheese there. Right?
Yes, Kirsty Nuts. The bracket is closed, unfortunately,
But
since the games have started. But
we'll possibly offer a later on bracket. But again, the real fun is the live wagering over at MyBookie.ag. Can't convert the
Zag's
and
got
one.
to start making their free throws.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
whoa. Sloppy
So now
ball
this
handling in the
is gut
second
check
half.
time for UNC.
Oh, here we go to the lane. Come on, you got to the
Great,
tip.
great offensive possession.
know-
Driving to the hole, converting with the offensive rebound, the tip in.
Justin Pierce with the
well,
tip.
and look at that regression right there. The shooting percentages have flipped.
Gonzaga now shooting 67% in the second half. UNC down to 33%, but they're still up by 5, 29-24.
It didn't take much time for Gonzaga to get right back in
a
this
little
game.
traveling. I thought he shifted the feet.
And maybe few mentioned this at halftime. Maybe he told his guys,
You're
let's-
playing like bitches.
Let's get to the line. Let's start. There was a hesitation in Gonzaga's offense early, especially in the first half. Now they're being more aggressive. They're attacking the rim. They're getting to the foul line. They're seeing the ball go in the bucket, and that's clearly making a difference for this Gonzaga team.
And the crowd's into it. They're
Can
doing
they make their free throws? I feel like look at this. He can't even get a chest pass from the,
Tilly
from
probably
the
had some.
referee.
Yeah, he's probably had some brie cheese in
Wow.
his pocket that he's sneaking. And the ball's a little slippery. Classic French guy. You're welcome for bailing you out of World War II, Tilly. Nazi, you wear the Maginot line. You guys just fucking phoned it in.
I mean, I feel like we're probably even with the French.
What do you mean? What have they ever given us?
I like
Independence.
Grey Poupon. I throw
They
it on my
didn't give us
sandwiches.
independence. They gave us the Statue of Liberty and French fries.
They
Those are
helped
cool.
out.
No.
They
Grey
definitely
Poupon is
They
a
threw a couple-
must. You get a Dijon mustard on a sandwich. It's a go-to.
We have no listeners in France. They're too busy watching, some French
here's-
sitcom.
If you're all right, Sean, as a North Carolina plus 10.5 ticket holder right now, how are you feeling? Are you starting to get a little worked up?
A little
worried?
nervous, but I'm saying that last offensive
Give it up,
possession.
give it up.
Oh, and even that, the fact that they're getting those shots
good
that
shot.
close to the rim, I'm fine with it. Those are going to go in,
Oh,
and
that's a good
the
block.
defense is still pretty good. Gonzaga's made some tough shots. They're still up by 3. I'm still feeling pretty good.
Gilder. Oh man.
And there
This
he is, the Frenchman himself, hitting the mid-range jumper.
Reminds me a lot
Gonzaga-
of your game in the rec league, Sean.
Yeah, they call that the green zone, somewhat sarcastically, but don't leave me open mid-range jumper. These high arches will drain a
North
couple.
Carolina's got Robinson for 3.
Oh.
Boom.
And
The
that's
silencer. Or
and that's what I'm loving out of UNC right now. Anytime it gets close, anytime they lose momentum, UNC comes back with a good possession, a
Anthony
good shot,
Harris for the 3.
extending the lead 32-28. 4-point lead
look at
right
that.
now.
That's great offense. though.
Oh my
Wide
goodness.
open.
Wow.
Hey, if you had that under ticket and you
Yeah.
were feeling pretty golden, you're talking shit. Watch out. We're at
Admont
63.
Gilder with a wide
Absolutely
open 3.
great screen coming off of a screen. That if they got to find a way to stop that because if that's there all day, North Carolina's going to lose this game.
UNC still holding on to a 1-point lead. 40 seconds left in the third quarter.
And I'm starting to see Gonzaga.
Oh, another 3. Oh, jeez.
I'm starting to see Gonzaga apply a little bit more ball pressure, and it's speeding North Carolina up.
North Carolina's not moving the ball as well.
Oh, the
Jeez. And they get
Frenchman.
their first lead since what? Like the
Oui,
2,
oui.
3-2?
How were they down?
I don't even think they
12?
had the lead.
They
In
first,
it's like at halftime they were down 12.
first lead of the game for Gonzaga.
Let's
They're back
take
in
us
this.
into the fourth, up 1. Come on, Tar Heels. Run the offense.
UNC is down 1. They're looking for the last shot here to close out the third quarter.
See, but they're standing around too much. Move the ball.
Okay, shot.
Oh, okay,
And
there we go. What do I know?
the deep mid-range shot. You don't see that in college basketball. Again, this is
They're
simulated.
big on dribbling out the clock. I don't understand.
The under was looking good in the first half. Under no longer looking great as the total is sitting at 67 with UNC up 34-33. The live over is still available at 85.5, and UNC, even though they're up 1 point, the live line is UNC +4 -130. I don't know if I would hop in on that, but I don't know. Gun to my head at live line, I guess I would still take UNC +4 because they've shown an ability to respond to any sort of run that Gonzaga is trying to put together. And I guess I would say I would take that still at +4 -130 versus the other way. But this game feels like it could also come down to the wire.
Oh, he went for the alley-oop.
See, now one of the things I noticed about the third quarter was Cole Anthony didn't get a lot of looks. Oh, is that
Was
three?
he
Is that a
behind the
three?
line? That was a 3. UNC jumping out to a 4-point lead to start the fourth quarter, 37-33, 70-point total, only 15.5 away from that juicy over.
Roy Williams gave him a pep talk. He said, "Guys, we've been here a million times before, or I have. Not,
if
not you guys."
If you had UNC advancing, I haven't looked at the bracket results, but you got to be in the minority, and that could be a huge thing, as I'm sure a lot of people had Gonzaga going pretty far. This could be a bracket buster game, unfortunately, for some participating in Dean Jed Madness.
I'm just seeing a level of effort from this North Carolina team I haven't seen all season.
Yeah, you got to wonder when they're going to put Anthony back in the game. Look, the shot clock's coming down here. Forced to throw up some garbage. Offensive board.
Wow. Oh! And again, that's what I love about this UNC team.
Garrison Brooks.
Anytime Gonzaga makes a run or gets it close, they go on a run themselves, extending to a 6-point lead, 39-33.
This is getting to the point of, but now we need to sound the alarms.
Oh, nice off the kiss.
And where is that for Gonzaga? Because when they attack the rim, when they go in there to score, they look good. They make the shots. When they hesitate and kick the ball around and settle,
Oh,
they
look
look
at this. He's
horrible.
wide open. Give him this. Robinson for 3. Oh,
Great look as a UNC backer, fine with that all day, that 3-pointer.
Oh, he's there. Get him the ball.
See, now again, they're just dribbling it out, attacking
cover
the
that
rim.
lane. Cover the lane. Giving him a foul. Come on, guys.
And
That's
if you're a
too easy.
Gonzaga backer, you're screaming at your TV, your
All
phone,
day.
whatever it is, going, bring that in. Bring that in. Just keep bringing the ball in. For Gonzaga, it seems pretty
A
simple.
lot
formula.
of dribbling here. Ball's loose. Oh, he turns around. Layup. Oh, nice.
What happened there?
And boom goes the dynamite. Shout out to Brian Reese in the YouTube chat who requested that. You're welcome. The boom goes the dynamite guy is way more subtle. He just goes, and boom goes the dynamite. UNC up 41-37.
Any chance
Bulldog
Gonzaga
timeout.
covers?
I'm totally against that. I think there's no way at this point that they cover. They're down 4. There's only 2:43 left. Impossible unless it goes to overtime.
Certainly not the original line at 10.5, because it would have to go over to overtime, and even overtime, that 3-minute quarter doesn't feel like enough for them.
Although we saw Michigan, get out and win by 9, right?
Michigan beat Butler 9-0 in the overtime, so certainly it's a possibility. 10.5 still feels like a bit of a stretch. The live line is pick.
Now, if you're Roy Williams, you're giving him the pep talk. You wear the Carolina blue. Michael Jordan, James Worthy, Rasheed Wallace, Jerry
Nike.
Stackhouse.
You're
Nike.
giving him the Nike
You're giving
duffel
him
bag with the money in it.
just so many, big time names coming out of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. He's got to be reminding them that they are put in this tournament to win championships.
And this is expected to be an exciting finish, according to my bookie, as the live line pick right now. Juice favoring UNC because they're up 4, but this is going to come down to the wire here on DJ.
Gonzaga
Max.
going into the post, drawing the double team, kicking it out. Nice rotation.
Great.
And he gets the basket and the foul.
Oh,
He's doing the Hulk Hogan. He's calling the fans in.
I don't know. As a 2 seed losing to a 15 seed at home, I don't know if you want to be doing the cupped here to the crowd. Don't think you're quite there yet. But Gonzaga certainly looking to convert on this and 1 to knock the lead down to 1 for UNC.
And that was a
Pavel Zagarov
from Russia doing
freshman.
doing the Hulk Hogan. I'm a real American.
So maybe he's here to interfere with elections. We don't know. But he hits the
Cuts the deficit to 1. Cole Anthony is in the game. He's checked in. Now you got to think the Tar Heels gotta want to put
give
the
him
ball
some
in
of
his
these
hands.
key shots late. And I'm thinking the game's over, but that's just because I have plus 10.5. These simulation has no idea the game's over. They're still playing hard. UNC looking to advance.
Oh, where
and
is
bust.
this
for
defense?
3. Oh,
That was a great look for 3 points.
This could be a turning point right here.
And maybe this is
Oh,
where Gonzaga
what a
gets on their
pass.
run.
And one. Where's the foul?
He tried to
the
draw
most
the foul,
ridiculous
did not
pass
get it.
of the day.
I forgot. I'm supposed to be impartial.
Gonzaga out to their second lead of the game, 42-41. Maybe your bracket is not busted.
Oh, a fucking
Ooh,
amazing
contested shot.
crossover. If he just
They're
took
out
that
on the
to
break.
the hole.
Whoa.
He got his own rebound.
Oh man.
And one.
Crazy up and under,
The late
and the
whistle.
foul going to the line. Now up by 3.
Are we starting to sweat?
I'm getting the bullets. I know my brother UNC backer is going to start texting me going, what the
Hold
hell
on.
is this? It's a bad beat.
What does Cousin Mush have?
That is a good question, because whoever Cousin Mush has is cooked. Feels like he probably has Gonzaga. At least that's what I'm hoping. UNC, just dribble it out. Don't take a 3, even though it'll help you actually win the game.
Well, if the Zags make the free throw, they'll be at a 4-point lead. I mean, you got to start. This is
and
getting a little
this is
scary here.
perfect. This is a perfect March Madness scenario where you have an underdog team who was up the entire game.
Roy Williams looks like Larry Bird. What's going on here? Right?
That chair too. It's very special.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. What are you saying,
No.
dude?
I'm just saying it reminds me legitimately of March Madness where you have an upstart team catching like 10 or a big number, right? They've been up, they've been winning for a bunch of the game. It starts to slip away, and then you get in this weird point where now they're going to try and press to tie things up. They're going to take some. Gilder already got the player of the game.
They're just saying Gonzaga's going to win this pretty much.
Very optimistic. That doesn't make me feel
Kind
good.
of travel right there.
He's
swear.
had a good game.
He has, but they're still down. They're only up 3.
They're
they're-
winning the
they
game.
didn't
They're
cover.
gonna
They're,
cover.
they're
Okay.
down 7.5 where it matters, and of course that is the spread at mybookie.ag.
Get it.
Give
Get
it up.
Get it.
Basketball is a team sport.
UNC lost their momentum on offense, settling for some bad looks.
Anthony for
Great
3.
look. Great look.
Bang.
The dagger.
Colby, generally the dagger was when you're winning, but the dagger to tie
The
it
cover
for
for the
UNC.
cover. The dagger for the cover.
Certainly the cover dagger.
No, we're going overtime, and they're going to cover in overtime.
And the
Back-to-back overtime covers.
the over is almost essentially put in. The over was it
it's
is. The
over.
over hit.
We're in.
Yeah, it's 88.
Oh, deep 3.
Oh,
what are you kidding
Rattles
me?
in some English.
Rattling off the rim. We are getting some of the best simulated games you could ask for as a fan.
Here we
Ryan,
go. Going isolation with
Ryan
Robinson.
Woolridge. Now UNC
Give it up.
needs
He's
to
got to give this up. Anthony again. Okay.
Anthony's gonna force a shot here.
No. Passes it over to Robinson. Robinson
Get
running
a good
some high
look, too.
Oh, no, it's
Get
not
a
even
good
Robinson.
two.
Yeah. Oh, a deep 3. Oh, it's a bad shot. That's a bad possession.
Horrible look.
You play.
Steal that ball.
You can
Come
play it
on.
out. They don't have to foul. They
Hold
can
it.
play this out.
Gonzaga gonna just dribble it out, and UNC is looking to get the ball back.
About 4 seconds on the clock.
Good defense. Good
there we
defense.
go.
Oh,
Get it to Anthony. Anthony has the ball, taking it up to the front court.
Here we go
Open
for 3. Oh, foul!
no!
Foul! Did they get the foul? And no, that's
No
it. That's
foul.
it.
Wow. And that's it.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Cole
Yeah.
Anthony went for it.
My heart is racing. That was fun. UNC covering the 10.5. Kramer, you owe me a little bit of cash as I went 2-0 in our bets here.
Yeah, whatever. It was worth it. I couldn't have scripted. I've watched hundreds of these games, and none of them were this exciting.
Of course, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, the Sports Gambling Podcast. Deposit over at mybookie.ag for DJ Madness. Use that promo code SGP. Follow us on Twitter at Gambling Podcast. So much fun here. Thank you guys so much for the support. That was awesome. And I can't wait to do